can see the list of names, but I'm trying to see what
Oh,
else I can see.
point to the left. Swipe your hand, finger to the left.
Oh, there we go. How's that?
Yeah, yeah, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Well, it's been an interesting week, certainly. After the election, which was certainly something else, uh, I I got a message from Tricycle that they were having a session, um, and I listened in on that, and I guess a lot of people needed to talk to Sangha about the election, and there were on very short notice 400 people online. So that was a surprise, but they had to cut it off. People wanted to talk more, but um, so I think they're gonna have more sessions on that.
That was the Texas Sangha?
Oh no, this is the tricycle sangha, the tricycle that well, this organization that you can submit your publication to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we never discuss politics, but I kind of figured we were all on the same page.
Well, you know, uh, coming from a Dharma-based unprecedented as far as I know to do that, and they had like 400 people on a Zoom session on very short notice. So it's
Which which organization was this?
tricycle.
Oh, Tricycle. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So they're going to have more things coming up, but it was I joined a few minutes late, but um, it was something that could have gone on. They had to cut it off at a certain point, but there
Yeah.
were a lot of people who were really upset about the result.
Yeah. In actually, that's reflected here as well because on the weekends I go into to Cambridge, which is like a part of Boston, basically. I mean, it's its own town, but it's like an outgrowth of Boston, and they have a pretty old Food Not Bombs chapter there, which hands out food to people. And when I went this weekend, it was like 30, it was like 20, 30 people who showed up compared to the normal, like maybe like 10 maximum. And they showed up to not eat, but to volunteer. Um, so, I do think that it has galvanized people to like seek spaces, seek safe places with, fellow community members where they can just be honest and talk about the, I don't know what else to call it other than a tragedy, I suppose. It
Trauma
is
too.
really, yeah, the trauma. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of it's really quite a dark time, unfortunately. I was thinking about how this relates to the Buddha Dharma and Jodo Shinshu, and I'm really really thankful that I have this, you know, because I feel like if it weren't for like I mean not just the teachings of course, but also like the community surrounding the teachings. If I didn't have the three jewels in short in my life, the world would be so much bleaker than it is. Um, I think that it's like a really good source of optimism. Um, because when I mean when you have nothing else, you have the Nembutsu at least, or I should say at most, because it's the most important thing. But we cling to other things because we think they're more important. So I mean, it's hard, but we'll get through it, and we'll work together to try and mitigate harm and make the world as good as can be. You know, that's the only thing that we can do. Because I don't think something's going to happen that prevents Trump from taking office. As much as I wish that he would just quit and say, "I'm sick of this. All I wanted to do was sell hats." It would be nice if he could just leave, but I don't think he's the type to do that. So, you know,
Well, if you would just stay on the golf course like you did the first time, that would help.
yeah, yeah, just not do anything. Just be like, yeah, I've avoided prosecution for another 4 years. Just let me go to my Mar-a-Lago resort and my golf courses, and just leave it all alone. Like I wish that he would, but you know, oh gosh,
Yeah.
but yeah. So sorry to trauma dump, but I'm kind of doing it with everybody these days. So
Oh no, we
you
were
know,
doing it before you came on.
okay, okay,
It's not trauma dump, it's therapy.
yeah. How have you guys been like holding up? Like, what have you been doing to take care of yourselves?
I've been enjoying the seminar that West LA had yesterday, and
Mm,
also and um, Reverend Amy's session yesterday too was good. So Reverend Kurohara was a big part of that picture, and it was
mm,
really about that, but as far as getting back to the important things and the main things, it was refreshing. So that was excellent unintended timing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can imagine that that was good. What about you, Leanne? Have you been attending the seminars as well, or?
No, I haven't. But my mom, who's 87, she was really disappointed because, I think there's the fear you don't want this to be the last president you see while you're alive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
so
gosh,
she
what
was
a thought!
very traumatized about it. We're
No,
kind of
I.
like commiserating about the election.
Go for it. Yeah, please continue on. We're doing the same here.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, so I was saying my mom, who's 87, she doesn't want this to be the last president she sees before she dies. So she was really, really depressed. But then she said, I'm not going to let him win by making every of my days miserable. So one day she was miserable, but then the next day she carried on, because she's not going to let him win over her. You know what I mean?
It's a good approach. And I don't know what her general news watching pattern is, but part of that may be just watching the news less often.
I know normally we watch every night and all that, but that's true. If it gets too stressful, you would not.
I mean, you don't need a 24-hour news cycle. You know, we don't need to be constantly tuned in, even if it's like if it activates the neurons in our brains, in that sort of addictive way. We don't need it. So, I'm all for watching the news less, for sure. But not to turn away from it completely, obviously, as well. Like, we need to know what's going on. But yeah.
Well, and this John Meacham, he's a historian who I highly respect. He said his hope is that the things that are done are not as bad as what the worst could be based on some of the things that have been said to be done. So we just have to take it a day at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Richard, I saw you were at
John,
the seminar.
yes, you mentioned a couple of things that the seminar was very well timed. I think we all needed that, to come back to reality, so to speak. And also, I mentioned that Tricycle has been doing the same type of unplanned last-minute sessions, and I caught a notice from them that they're having something at that moment. So I tuned in, and there were 400 people on that session. I thought, wow, that um, this is not just a few people around the place. There are lots of people
And
who
what was the
are in
focus?
need as a therapy.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Charlotte got me a subscription to that, but I've not ever tuned into the online version. I probably have a code to be able to do that. You're talking about the Tricycle magazine.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Very good.
Guess the theme was election support or something? After election support?
Uh, After election, Sangha meeting was kind of what it was, and it was clear from the people who spoke up that it was greatly needed, and it looks like they are planning some additional events upcoming too. So, yeah, if you're interested, you might want to get connected and see about that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking into that. Uh, I'm kind of glad. I mean, I know that in a lot of cases, it's probably better for like temples to not overtly take political stances, um, but also like for me personally, because I came
that says a whole lot in terms of who we are and what our approach is to our fellow beings, is that all are welcome, and not all political parties necessarily, or members of certain political parties necessarily, would endorse that mantra, you know.
Right. Yeah.
There was no but at the end. All are welcome, but.
Yeah, right, exactly, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I have
the gist
appreciated.
of the tragical event was that, I think they tried to put it in context. This is something that needs to be worked on, and we've had bad times certainly in the past as well. Um, and I think not you, Michael, but maybe John and maybe Leanne certainly remember that we remember the time of the '60s when things were much, much, much worse in terms of civil rights.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yes.
and in terms of the Vietnam War and just a lot that was going on
Yes,
at that time, for sure.
yes. Then after that, yes, the war.
Well, and this guy John Meacham, he goes back even further as a historian, and was talking about, one of the main abolitionists, I guess, and he, in spite of the things that were happening at that time, didn't despair or lose hope, and so yeah, things can get better.
Yeah. I also think that, like, this is like the double-edged sword of impermanence, because if things are bad, I mean, they're either there's one of two options with any kind of like period in history. Either things are bad until you die, in which case it's not your problem anymore, or things get better before that point. Um, and that is always, you're right. I mean, that's always a possibility, that things get better. So there's always like the hope for a better future. But I think we have to act on that, you know, and pretty urgently as well. Uh, so yeah, it's a time of like it's a time of despair and hope kind of fighting each other in a way. That's how I feel. Despaired but hopeful at the same time.
Very good.
Yeah.
I see a pendulum out there swinging back and forth. So, hopefully this is the height of the swing. But no, that's up to us too.
Yeah. Yep. That's up to us. Yeah.
Well, from a strictly political point of view, just in terms of history, Michael, it was back, I think, in Nixon's, was it Nixon? No, who was it? Was it Reagan that won every state except Massachusetts?
That sounds like Reagan's election in
Yeah.
1980, I think.
Yeah, and yet after that there was Clinton and Obama, and so the pendulum. You're right, Richard. It does swing. Hopefully.
But it wasn't every state except Massachusetts, but it was darn near every state, I would say. There were like three of them. Georgia, West Virginia, and Minnesota all went
How,
blue.
how about Nixon's second run?
Let's see.
That would have been in '72.
72 election map. Oh yeah, that's the one you're thinking of.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. I was in graduate school at the time, and of course, we all thought he was a crook. I mean, never mind political parties. We thought he was a crook.
Yes.
But
But he explicitly said that he wasn't.
no, in the college apartments, they would have a poster like, would you buy a used car from this man? Kind of thing. Talking about going back in time, Richard. So, but we were very upset about the Vietnam War, and
Oh yes.
even though Lyndon Johnson did a lot of good things for civil rights, we hated him for sending 500,000 of our young men and women over there to other part of the world to fight in a war that we didn't believe in. So the times change.
Yeah.
Nope. And it really didn't make a difference
first verses in the Dhammapada that talks about the negative consequences of hate versus the positive consequences of, a more peaceful approach. So anyway,
Yeah.
I think that's again what's attractive about Buddhism is we emphasize a peaceful approach.
Yeah. 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 That is attractive
And
about Buddhism.
communication.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Richard, because when communication breaks down, it's much easier to view the other as different as opposed to other people having the same needs and emotions and such that we have.
I think they're starting.
Okay, take care, folks.
Yep.
Sorry for
Okay.
talking so much.
Bye.
No, absolutely. Good to see you.
Same here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Welcome to our special Eitaikyo service today. We will begin with the ringing of the kansho, followed by sambujo, hyo byakumon, and then the chanting of sambutsuge. Okay, thank you.
Naman notes, naman notes, naman notes, naman notes, naman notes, naman notes. On this occasion of the West Los Angeles Buddhist Temple's annual observance of Eitaikyo Dharma service, we are gathered here to express our gratitude and appreciation to Amida Buddha for awakening us to the boundless wisdom and compassion of the Buddha. The spiritual origin in observance of the Eitaikyo service goes back a few centuries after the historical Buddha Shakyamuni entered Nirvana. At the time, the lay followers practiced many types of offerings, including the buildings of stupas and temples, to accumulate religious virtues to be directed to the deceased or for themselves. This spirit has been carried with the Buddhist tradition as Buddhism spread into China and Japan. And this practice of making offerings in the form of sutra chanting and rituals has become a part of the life of the people. Here at the West Los Angeles Buddhist Temple, Eitaikyo Dharma service is observed not as a means of accumulating virtues to be directed to others. The Eitaikyo means the perpetual chanting of the sutra in memory of the deceased, signifying that all those who have passed away lived in the teaching of the Buddha. Acknowledging our Dharma connection to those who have passed away guides us to further hear the teaching of Amida Buddha's primal vow, to solve the matter of the great importance of our afterlife, as clarified and transmitted to us by Shinran Shonin, and express our appreciation and gratitude to our loved ones who enable us to encounter the Buddha Dharma. Let us deeply entrust ourselves to Amida Buddha and recite the name of the Buddha to express our gratitude and appreciation for the Buddha's benevolence, for settling our birth in the Pure Land. I, Shak Koho, resident minister of the West Los Angeles Buddhist Temple, humbly recite the name of the Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namman Laos.敬って大慈大悲の阿弥陀如来の尊殿に申し上げます。およそ人の世の命は稲妻のように短く、朝露のように儚く消えていきます。その孤独のありさまを大無量寿経には、人は皆世間の愛欲の中にあって、一人生まれ、一人死し、一人去り、一人来たると説かれています。しかし、本願を信ずる者は、無常の命を念仏の縁として生き、死もまた浄土に生まれる法縁と受け入れます。これひとえに阿弥陀如来並びに釈迦如来のお育てのおかげであります。本日ここに羅浮仏教会の永代教法要を務めるにあたり、うやうやしく仏殿を称言し、年頃に浄土三部教を読受して身仏の限りないご縁を感謝申し上げます。この上は浄土へ往生された人々の宮とをしたい、そのお導きを仰ぎながら、命の限りご法義を聴聞し、安如の浄土で共に相まみえますことを、西羅浮仏教会駐在会教師、釈広報謹んで申し上げます。何万ダウツ、何万ダウツ、何万。お元気いじ無極如伝名無用と者に 馬に主公遠慮開室音平有略樹木如来予言朝鮮無理小学大よコル実法開門生じ三昧知恵意徳無量修正慶右人体伝ね小仏法海愚人人の五外大無明欲ぬ生尊読む人の死死人徳無力君古代知恵人妙公明意祖同大戦願遊ぶ大小法華道生じ二不下脱不正上位海に生じ如是三昧知恵以上五世徳部妙志願一切空空一切大安慶死有部百千の九万無量大小女語弱よ一切死と小仏不尿愚道検証不逆非尿語者小仏世界部不影無種節道公明失笑死小国尿で生じ異人難量量が遊ぶ国土第一号種奇妙上長別国尿内容二無とそがと愛み道脱一切一歩来所心熱症状意図学校経絡安穏古物神妙が心象発願の日力少々欲実法生存知恵無下上量子孫知が信用軽量死死食毒中家業生じ人寿不敬ナマンダ Namandats, 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 namandats.
Okay, we will now have the reading of the names, followed by Oshoko by family and friends. Hada, Niichi. Hada, Mitsue. Ishibashi, Yoshio. Ishibashi, Yoshiko. Ishibashi, William. Arita Kosaburo. Arita Kayo. Arita Kaneto. Arita Toshio. Ota Tozo. Ishioka Wakano. Ishioka Riichi. Ishioka Kuni. Ishioka Masako. Iwamoto Seitaro. Iwamoto Toki. Iwamoto Shohei. Iwamoto Tomiko. Iwasaki Shigeko. Iwasaki Sakuo. 小島健三、小島初、小島久志、小島関子。柚木実、小柳すみ子、小柳哲、小柳玉一、小柳マーガレット、小柳智樹。森田金太郎、森田千代樹。中川真相フレッド、中川美智子、中川一野、中川澄江、中川忠、中川富士夫。中川綾子、中川美沙、中川潮、中川義介、中村真二、高村エリ俊人、高村和恵、中村玲子。西本京、西本明、西本伝四郎、西本正夫、西本ブルト。中西達治、お東千介、お東穂積、西田博吉、西田水戸、西田博俊、中西晴美、お東俊恵、お東豊。大川平リチャード、大原秀吉、大原美代。戸谷秋、戸谷房次郎、桜井ウィリアム、桜井由紀子。竹本克美、竹本夏子、島野勝、 Shohara Yasuko. Nishimoto Asayo, Nishimoto Yahichi, Kudo Goro, Kudo Kazue. Taniguchi Shizuichi, Taniguchi Shizuko, Taniguchi Susumu, Totani Tomio, Totani Kyoka, Totani Yoshihiko. Totani Tokumatsu, Totani Wakano, Totani Yoshio, Totani John, Totani Tomio, Totani Kyoka, Totani Yoshihiko. Ikenaga Kumaji, Yahata Kunie, Yahata Tozo, Yahata Tsuneko. West Los Angeles Buddhist Temple. And if there are any names that have been omitted this morning, please come up to Duoshoko now. Okay, so now I would like to introduce our guest speaker, Reverend Kiyonobu Kuwahara, and I have a brief bio on him. He was born on January 10th, 1975 in Kure City, Hiroshima. He received his BA in English education in March of 1997 at the Hiroshima University, then his MA in Jodo Shinshu, March of 2000 at Ryukoku University, and completed his PhD program in Jodo Shinshu, but has not yet submitted his dissertation in March of 2003, also at Ryukoku University. And then in May of 2006, he received his MA in Jodo Shinshu at the Institute of Buddhist Studies. His work experience includes the following. In August of 2006, he was at the Jodo Shinshu Hongan-ji-ha International Department. October 2007, the BCA Jodo Shinshu Center Hongan-ji office, coordinator for Jodo Shinshu Correspondence Course and coordinator for the International Ministerial Orientation Program. In April of 2012, was at the BCA Center, Buddhist Education co-director. January 2018, the Berkeley Buddhist Temple resident minister. Then April 2019, Jodo Shinshu Center International Office as the manager. Now he is the oldest son of a temple family in Kure, and his grandfather was a Kaikyoshi minister in Manchuria during World War II. After the war, he came back to Japan and established a new temple in Kure because he was not from a temple family and thus had no temple to take over. Reverend Kuwahara got married to Hitomi in March of 2003, and they had 3 sons, Takato, Eito, and Hiroto. And he likes eating very much, and his favorites are American food, which include potato chips, pizza, hamburger, and French fries. And his favorite phrase is wanting less and realizing that I've already had plenty. So now I'd like to introduce Reverend Kuwahara.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Before I start my Dharma message, I'd like to read this passage. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. How to listen to a Dharma message. I listen as if I'm listening for the first time. I listen as if the message is for myself alone. I listen as if this is the last chance to listen to the Dharma. In Japanese, 聴聞の心得。この度のこのご縁は初事と思うべし。この度のこのご縁は我一人のためと思うべし。この度のこのご縁は根性最後と思うべし。ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏。はい、Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's service. It's nice to so many people here. And I'd like to express my deep appreciation, gratitude to Takata Sensei, and then Amy Sensei, and then all of you here today who gave me this wonderful opportunity to share the Dharma, the teaching of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism with you here today on this occasion of Eitaikyo Perpetual Memorial Service. So Eitaikyo, as Reverend Takata kind of explained in his dedication passage, Hyobyaku. So this is a very important memorial service, to kind of show our appreciation to our predecessors who made a great effort to establish and then continue this wonderful teaching. So in other words, now we receive the kind of responsibility to pass down this wonderful teaching, the Buddha Dharma, to the next generation. And this temple is very, very important. People come get together and then listen to the Dharma. So once a year, Eitaikyo Memorial Service, Perpetual Memorial Service, showing our appreciation, gratitude to our predecessors who gave this place temple, and then reaffirm our kind of responsibility to continue, maintain and then spread the Dharma to the next generation or more people in the world. So on this occasion of Eitaikyo Memorial Service, today I am going to talk about one of the most important things in our tradition, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, which is Namo Amida Butsu. So today, we had a sutra chanting, and then beginning and ending, we recite Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, or more, casual style, Nammanda Butsu, Nammanda Butsu. So I am going to talk about what is Namo Amida Butsu today. So, and then I'm showing my quote, the quote for my Dharma message today. So if you can, one more time, please put your hands together in Gassho. Warmly watching over the sentient beings as countless as particles who recite Namo Amida Butsu throughout the worlds in the 10 quarters, the Buddha grasps and never abandons them, and therefore is named Amida. In Japanese, 十方未尽世界の念仏の主情を見すなわし、摂取して捨てざれば阿弥陀と名付け奉ると。ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏。As I said, I'm going to talk about Namo Amida Butsu, and then, let me begin my message, or maybe start my talk about Namo Amida Butsu with this book. So this is a book. The title is Illustrated Compendium of Untranslatable Words from Around the World. And then the author is Ella Francis Sanders. So I'm from Berkeley, and then a couple weeks ago, I gave this Dharma message at the temple. And then one of the visitors, after the service, she came up to me, and then I'm working for the company that published this book. So in Berkeley, there is a publishing company, publisher called 10 Point Press. And then she happened to work for that company. And then I introduced, this book. I didn't know that, but the kind of coincidence. And then she came up to me after the service. We had a kind of nice talk with her about this book. The book that I have, this is a Japanese translation. My wife, she reads a lot of books. And then, nowadays it's very convenient to get the book in Japanese from Japan because of Amazon. So she buys a lot of books from Japan using Amazon, and then she has a kind of pile of books to read. And then one day, I happened to find this book, and then I take a look, and then this is a really interesting book. So I'm going to introduce some words from this book. So the first word is pisan-zabra. Maybe, so this is you see illustration on the screen, banana and then clock. So this word means time required to eat a banana. It's in Malay. So this word means maybe like this book said maybe 2 minutes or so. Usually people eat a banana. So maybe, okay, I'll be there in pisan-zabra. In a couple of minutes, I don't know, this is how they use people in Malay, but this is one word, this book. And next word is akihi. Anybody from Hawaii here? This word, this is a word in Hawaii. It means, and I know some of you experiencing this. When someone gives you directions, but moments later, you start working, and then you forget the way they told you. どうだったかなって。So this is the word akihi, a Hawaiian word. And then, how about this? Ubuntu. So this is a word spoken in Africa, part of Africa. And then this word means kind of mutual respect. More meaning is, I find that I am acknowledged within you. And then you find that you are acknowledged within me. I know this is, I think, a first Sunday service after the election. And then each of you has some kind of mixed feeling or something in your heart. But I think this is a wonderful word to kind of mutual respect, showing understanding, respect each other, to kind of reduce tension or conflict, fight, wars among us. And then, interestingly, this book has an Indian word. And then also, this book has 108 words in this book. 180 is a kind of symbolic word, number for Buddhism. I don't know this author, she's a Buddhist or not, but 108 words, and then she kind of introduced this word kalpa. This is a Sanskrit word, kalpa. And that means really, really, really long period of time. So there are a couple examples to explain how long. This is one example to explain how long the kalpa is. So please imagine the huge stone, rock, 20 miles on each side. And then once every 100 years, so brush this huge rock with a very soft, gentle silk cloth. And then, to wear away this huge rock, that is one kalpa. So this comes from like an Indian cosmology, from Indian people. So that's why very big scale. We cannot imagine how long it will take. So this is a kalpa. I'm showing the pictures of my cats at home. So they are kind of street cats. One day came to my temple, Berkeley Buddhist temple. They stayed. So we decided to keep them. And then so we call cat or cats. And then in Japanese, neko. Spanish, and then Germany, Korean. So this is like a one-to-one translation, right? One-to-one translation. But this book that I introduced, we can translate, but not the one-to-one translation. We need although we can translate, we can convey the meaning, but we need some phrase or sentence to translate, share, convey the meanings of those words. So then, along with this line, how about this word? Namo Amida Butsu. Can we translate this word? So I'm going to talk a little bit about this word, Namo Amida Butsu. You see 6 Chinese characters. This is a 6 Chinese character phrase, Namo Amida Butsu. But, Buddhism started in India about 2,500 years ago. And then started by Shakyamuni Buddha. And then later on, this wonderful, great teaching kind of transmitted to China, Korea, Japan, and then now Western countries. So this Namo Amida Butsu, 6 Chinese characters, originally Indian term, Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitayus. So when Buddhism came to China, and then all those Indian terms were translated into Chinese. But some words transliterated, so kind of just taking a sound. So no meaning for those Chinese characters. So for example, the first Chinese character is south. This first Chinese character means south. But Amida has nothing to do with south. Again, so they just took the sound of original Indian term and then put it into a Chinese words, Chinese characters. So the origin Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitayus. So the first two, Namo, like a namaste, kind of I take refuge, or maybe word of entrustment. And the second half, Amitabha, Amitayus. So Amitabha means a Buddha of unhindered light, Buddha of unhindered light. And Amitayus is a Buddha of immeasurable life. What does it mean? So Amitabha, So unhindered light means nothing can obstacles or hinder this light. And in Buddhism, light means wisdom, kind of source of guidance, right? By receiving this wisdom, then we can, have a clear view or a clear direction, where to go, what to do, right? So wisdom is very important. And then light. When we are in darkness, we do need a light. To see things, we need a light too. So light is very, very important, practically and then religiously. So this Buddha's light, penetrate, reaching out, wherever we are. It's a kind of spatial, expansion. Wherever we are, we can receive this light. This Buddha's light reaches us. And how about the second one, Amitayus? So this Amitayus means, this Buddha has an immeasurable life. That means, even when we live in the 1st century, we can receive this light, Buddha's light. Even when we live 5th century, 10th century, 15th century, 20th century, or 25th century, 30th century, 50th century. I don't know until then the earth can survive. But anyway, so this Buddha is always with us whenever it is. So this Buddha, Amitayus means always with us, transcend the time. So this Amitayus, Amitabha explain what this Buddha is, Amida is. So kind of spatially, time, no limit, no limitations, right? So this is a Buddha of any time, anywhere, right? Amida is a Buddha of any time, anywhere. And then this Buddha with no limitations called Amida Buddha, Amida. So the word, this 6 Chinese character phrase, Namo Amida Butsu, means, literally, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Yeah. But this is a just simple, short translation. But let me expand more, because this 6 Chinese character, Namo Amida Butsu, has more. Yeah. So now I'm showing some pictures, images of Buddha statue or maybe bodhisattvas, and then scroll of Buddha, right? And then they are, as you can tell, they are enshrined at the temple or monastery, right? And then to, pay homage or may show respect to those Buddhas, we need to go there, right? We go to visit the temples, we go to a shrine, or we go to monastery, and then we show our respect, or we do perform our Buddhist practices in front of those statues, scrolls, right? So we need to go there. But this word Namo Amida Butsu, this is interesting. This Namo Amida Butsu is a Buddha in the form of voice, form of sound. So speaking of Buddha, we usually think image, our kind of common sense. Okay, speaking of Buddha, we usually imagine statue or scroll or personified, things. But this Namo Amida Butsu is also Buddha itself. I know this is kind of confusing. Buddha is, when you go to a Chinese restaurant, you see like a chubby golden, statue of Buddha too, right? But this Namo Amida Butsu itself is Buddha. So in other words, whenever we say Namo Amida Butsu, or Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. So with this sound of Namo Amida Butsu, we are with Buddha, Amida Buddha. So now I'm showing some fonts. I know there are some people who are older than me, and then some of you know the far right, the telephone. Maybe I'm too young, I don't know that phone. I've never used that one. But I know that this, black, dial one. I have 3 boys. They are like teenagers right now. They don't know how to use this black dial phone. And then this, left image is a cell phone, like this. So they are phones, but they are different. How different? So this one, this is cell phone, mobile phone, which means this phone is very portable, right? But those 2 phones, when we want to make a call, we need to go there, right? But this cell phone, portable phone, wherever we are, as long as we have a signal, then we can make a call whenever it is, wherever we are. So this is very, very convenient, right? Those, mobile phone is very convenient. So let me call this Buddhism. We perform a practice of recitation, Nembutsu practice, portable Buddhism, right? Portable Buddhism. So again, if we want to perform Buddhist practice in the presence of Buddha statues, right, we need to go there. But this Namo Amida Butsu, this recitation practice, and then Namo Amida Butsu itself is Buddha. So whenever we are, whenever it is, so we can perform this practice. This is very portable Buddhist practice and very, very convenient, which means, more people can perform this practice whenever it is, wherever they are. So this is a, portable Buddhism. And then why Amida, this Buddha, established this, made this, Buddhist practice? Because this Buddha always be with us. When we recite the Namandabats, we can be with the Buddha, which means Buddha wants to, I put the balloon. I'll make sure you are never alone or lonely. So this is another word from this book. Nats, Urdu, means confidence and a peace of mind that comes from being loved unconditionally by someone. So as we recite Namo Amida Butsu, we can be always this Buddha, right? So in other words, this kind of confidence or peace of mind in our tradition called Shinji. And then why Amida wants to always with us? Because our everyday life is tough, right? So I'm showing 2 illustrations. Maybe most of us want a smooth, flat life and then reaching the goal. But the reality is this one, right? Ups and downs. And then we may have more difficulties, downsides, right? And then more broader, bigger picture, according to Buddhism, we are living in samsara, 6 realms of, filled with so many difficulties, challenges, stresses, right? So that's why this teaching of Buddhism or Buddha tries to liberate us from the life of suffering, life in samsara, and then reaching, sending us to nirvana or Buddha's land free from suffering, difficulties. But of course, the question is then how? We want to live a life free from difficulties, challenges. Then how to achieve that? And then this Buddha, Amida's recommendation is, please recite Namo Amida Butsu. Say Namo Amida Butsu. And then why so? So I know some of you are familiar with this jar. So some people giggling, you know what this is. So this is a Costco, Kirkland multivitamin gummy. So this small gummy, and then if you look at the label, like a nutrition facts back, and then we can see a lot of big numbers, right? Vitamin D 100%, vitamin B6 235. So in this small gummy, so necessary nutrition encapsulated, right? And it's very convenient. If we want to, take all those necessary nutrition from food, right? it's really difficult, 大変, to cook many different ingredients and consume them. But for convenience, we have this small gummy, containing, encapsulating all necessary nutrition. And then there are researchers, nutritionists, engineers, people who are working behind the scene to make this small, gummy containing all necessary nutrition. So this small gummy, in a sense, kind of concrete form of their kind of heart, their sense of care for our, healthy life. So Namo Amida Butsu is same thing. It's a short, simple word, but this short, simple word carries all necessary merits, virtues for our liberation from this samsara. Right? So another word from this word is melaki. It's a Greek word, pouring one's heart and full soul fully into something like cooking or other endeavors. So I would say this Namo Amida Butsu is something this like, melaki. Buddha's all, kimochi, heart, kind of put into this word. So Namo Amida Butsu, this is a kind of embodiment or encapsulation of Amida Buddha's compassion, thoughtfulness, embrace, wisdom, virtues, everything put into this short phrase. And then for the sake of our betterment and our revelation from the life of, these satisfactions. So this is just, couple, explanations. I just focus on couple aspects of Namo Amida Butsu. Of course, I can, continue, on and on. But I know, my time is just 20 minutes. So I need to stop here now. But this short phrase, Namo Amida Butsu, we can translate somehow. But at the same time, it's really difficult to just translate into one word. So that's why I want each of you to continue to come to the temple, listen deeply the Dharma, and then find the deeper meaning, more aspect meaning of this profound word, Namo Amida Butsu. So let me conclude my Dharma message by reciting this hymns composed by founder Shinran. So if you can, please put your hands together one more time. Warmly watching over the sentient beings as countless as particles who recite Namo Amida Butsu throughout the world in the 10 quarters, the Buddha grasps and never abandons them, and therefore is named Amida. In Japanese, 十方未尽世界の念仏の主情をみそなわし、摂取して捨てざれば阿弥陀と名付け奉ると。ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏。Okay, so now I'm going to give a short Japanese Dharma message. So one more time, if you can, I'm going to recite a quote for my Japanese Dharma message. 慎んで浄土真宗を案ずるに2種のエコーあり、1つには王相、2つには幻想。何万打仏、何万打仏、何万打仏、何万打仏、何万打仏。はい、so now I'm going to give a Dharma message in Japanese, maybe 5 minutes or so. はい、ということで、本日は永代教の、サービスということでようこそのお参りであります。一言ですね、日本語でお話をさせていただきたいと思います。昨日なんですけれども、永代教のセミナーということで、お昼に午前中にですね、2時間ほどお話をさせていただきました。でその時のですねタイトルがね、私たちのね、最愛の人は死んだ後にどこに行くかというね、そういうタイトルトピックでお話をさせていただいたわけなんですけれども、もちろんですね、死んだ後どこに行くかって言ったら焼き場ですよね。焼き場に行って焼かれる、クリメーションがあるというのが、プラクティカルなというかね、現実的なところでありますけれども、浄土真宗、宗教的なところで申しますと、我々がね亡くなる、最愛の人であったり私自身であったりが亡くなると、阿弥陀如来様のお浄土にね往生させていただくということであります。 で、私ね、こちらに来て開教師をやっておりますけれども、やはりこちらアメリカはキリスト教の国ですので、ね、やっぱり死んだ後にね、お浄土に行くというと、ね、それはキリスト教でいうところの天国に行くっていうのとどう違うんだという形で質問されることが多々あるわけなんですけれども、ね、一つの例としてはですね、私はね、広島大学に行きましたとか、私は龍谷大学に行きましたとか、私はハーバードに行きましたと、ね、日本語でもどこそこに行きましたという表現があります。で、私ハーバードに行きましたって言った時に、この先生えらい頭の賢い先生じゃねえってなるかもしれませんけれども、そのね、旅行をしてね、その大学に訪問したこと際にも日本語ではどこそこに行きましたっていうわけですよね。で、私、先ほどね、バイオというか自己紹介のところで、広島大学と、IBS と龍谷大学とね、紹介していただきましたけれども、広島大学に行きましたっていう時には、そこをね、ビジットした、訪れたっていうよりかは、そこで学びましたという時にも、どこそこに行きましたっていうことを言いますね。で、我々がですね、浄土真宗でね、浄土に行くと言った時に、どういうふうに捉えるか。フィジカリーにね、そこに行くのか、もしくはもっと深い別の意味があるのかということなんですけれども、お浄土に行くというのはですね、そこに行って、仏となる、ね、悟りを開くということが目的であります。で、その悟りを開いた後に何が起こるか、ね、これはええね言ってお浄土にずっとね、ゆっくりしておくわけじゃなくて、悟りを開いて仏になったら、困っとる人がおったらですね、これは助けにはいけんっていうふうに駆られるわけなんですよね。そうするとね、お浄土に行って悟りを開いて仏になった暁にはね、まだ困っとる人がたくさんおるこのシャバ世界に戻ってきて、その人らにね、仏法を広めるような働きをね、そういった命になるわけであります。ですんで、よくね、お浄土にはね、誰もいませんっていうふうなことが言われるんですけれどもね。ですんで我々が、この命を得た後お浄土にね行き、そしてまたこの世界へと戻ってくると、ね、浄土真宗ではそのように行ってまた戻ってくるというふうなね、行ったり来たりを申します。で、その帰ってくる方もですね、行く方も帰ってくる方も阿弥陀如来様のお計らいですよというのが一番初めに申しました御門であります。阿弥陀という仏様はね、この苦しみ悩みの世界で生きている我々を何とかしてお浄土という苦しみの悩みのない世界、そこで仏に仕上げようというふうに願いを立てて働いてくださっております。で、お浄土に往生した人がまたね、そのもっと苦しんでいる人たちを助けて、ね、仏法に出会えるように働けるような存在のも仕上げようというふうに誓ってくださったのも阿弥陀如来様であります。ですので我々が悩み苦しみの世界から救われる、そしてその救われた存在がまたより多くの人を助けるために働くような命になる、仏となるというふうに段取りをしてくださっているのが阿弥陀という仏であります。ですので、本日のですね、昨日のセミナーではそのようなことをですね、ちょっとお話をさせていただいたわけであります。はい、ということで、もう5分、ね、来ましたので、本日の日本語の方は、ここで終わりたいと思います。もう一度ですね、先ほどの御三代5問を読ませていただいて、日本語の方を終わりたいと思います。慎んで浄土真宗を案ずるに2種のエコあり、1つには応想、2つには幻想。ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ仏。
Thank you very much, Sensei, for your Dharma message today. We will now have the reading of Ryogemon.
Good morning, everybody. If I can ask you to please join me in Gassho as we recite together Ryogemon, words of understanding of our tradition. We rely upon Amida Buddha with our whole heart for the enlightenment in the life to come, abstaining from all sundry practices and teachings, and giving up the trust in our imperfect view. There is no doubt that the assurance of enlightenment comes at the very moment we entrust and we recite the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, in joy and gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. We also acknowledge gratefully the benign benevolence of our founder and succeeding masters who have led us to live in this profound teaching, and we do now endeavor to follow throughout our lives the way laid down for us. Ryoge Shutsugon. Moro moro no zogyo zashu jiriki no kokoro o furistete, isshin ni amida nyorai, warera ga kondo no ichidaiji no gosho, on tasuke sorai to tanomi moshite soro. Tanomu ichine no toki, ojo ichijo on tasuke jijo to zonji, この上の称名はご恩報者と存じ喜び申し候。この恩断り弔問申し分け候こと、ご解散承認ご出世のご恩、次第相乗の全知識の朝からざるご関係のご恩とありがたく存じ候。この上は定めを課せられる恩をきて、一号限り守り申すべく候。ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ、ナマンダブ。
Okay, now we've got some announcements. On December the 8th at 10 o'clock, we have our Bodhi Day Dharma service, and our guest speaker at that time is Reverend Brian Nagata, who's from BDK Society for the Promotion of Buddhism. December the 31st is our New Year's Eve Dharma service, and that starts at 6 o'clock p.m., and everyone who attends, you have the opportunity to ring the kansho. This is to ring in the kansho for the new year. On January the 1st is our New Year's Day service, and that also starts at 10 o'clock. Now, we have a mochitsuki on December the 14th, and if you haven't ordered your mochi yet, we have order forms in the back, and it's $4 a pound. It's a bargain. So please, order them, and I think the last day is November the 24th. That's the deadline, so make sure your order is in before then. On the 15th of December, we have our year-end general cleanup, and we could sure use a lot of hands to come and clean the temple, clean our social hall, the windows, vacuum, whatever. So if you can, please come, and that starts at 9 o'clock. On the 25th of January from 9 to 1, there's the Winter Pacific Seminar. It's entitled Issues in Jodo Shinshu I can't even pronounce that. Okay. And the presenters are Reverend Harada, Reverend Miyaji, Reverend Wandra, and Reverend Kuwahara. Registration is $30, and there are all the flyers are posted behind you. So if you have any more information you require, please look at the flyers. Now, we have our monthly Dharma Kids program, and our next one is December the 8th. That is led by Reverend Umezu. So if you have any children or grandchildren that you would like to bring, please do so at that time. Now, every third Friday of the month, we have bingo at the temple. That starts at 7 o'clock. We hold it in our social hall just across the patio. We usually have some light refreshments. It's all cash prizes. So if you have time, please come to our bingo. It's a lot of fun. Now we have some merchandise, temple merchandise. And our first one is our temple t-shirt. It's right here. And the logo was designed by some of our young members here. So we have two styles. We have a crew neck, we have a V-neck, and they're all $20 each. And then also we just received delivery of our new temple happi, which were made in Japan for us. So again, it has our same temple logo in the back, the logo. And then the front, in Japanese, it has West LA Temple, all right? So for members, it's $80 each, and for non-members, they're $95. Then once a month, we have what's called Sunday matinees, which is Dharma and a movie. The next one is on November the 17th, and we're not sure what we're showing yet, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. And there's usually some popcorn and some light snacks, so if you can, please attend that. And I think most of you may know that in 2026, we will be celebrating our 100th anniversary here at the temple. And we've had, since the beginning of the month, it's our 100th anniversary fundraising campaign. And with that, we have a lot of different projects, some that are still in the works, some that have already been completed. And just to give you an idea, on the altar area here, we've replaced the floor. We did some rewiring of the electricity. What you see hanging used to be just some really ugly wires, but now they're in tubes, so the wires are being hidden. If you think those are candles flickering, they are not. There are light bulbs that emulate flickering candles. And then also one of our generous members donated some new panels for the Onaijin as well. What we do plan is it's in the back, we have our meeting room in the back, and we plan to build a audio-video room and what's called like a crying room. So if you do have little infants, you can go there inside, it'll be soundproof. You'll still be able to view and listen to the services. So if you see in the back, we Zoom every service, and it's done through our stream team. So just to make it a little bit more better looking here in the Hondo, we do plan to build this room. What we did also replace was our Nokotsudo, or columbarium, which is located in back of the Onaijin, I'm sorry. This was made custom for us in Japan, and it was installed in January. So if you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure the senseis will be more than happy to show you and give you a small tour. And there are niches available for you if you would like. Let's see, what else? Oh, we had a new office built, new heaters installed, and what else? Anything else? So with that, again, we are still collecting for the fundraiser. So if you haven't, I know that many of you have already donated, but if you haven't, please consider donating towards the fund. So with that, that concludes our service for today. Again, thank you all for attending, and thank you to those of you who are here for the first time. And I do want to invite all of you for lunch. So that'll be in our social hall just across the patio. All right, so Sensei.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's service. As Kani announced, we have the new niches in the Nokotsudo behind this altar, and we have 200 niches. So if you want to have your own niche or for your loved ones, please let me know. And this concludes today's service. So would you please put your hand together in Gassho? Namo Amida Butsu, Namandas, 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 Namandas. And we have refreshment, the lunch, today at the Kaikan. Before that, we have a words of thanksgiving.
I invite you to put your hands together as I recite words of thanksgiving for our meal. We are truly grateful for this opportunity to share this wonderful meal, thanks to all the many people and living beings that surround us who have made this occasion possible. We receive this meal with deep gratitude and humility. I would now like to read in Japanese. 多くの命と 皆様のおかげにより、このご馳走を恵まれました。深くご恩を喜びありがたくいただきます。いただきます。
I do want to say that we will be scrolling all of the names of the deceased once again on the screen. So please join us for lunch. Okay.
Please also feel free to offer incense if you haven't had the opportunity. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。